Rick, so what got you started in photography?
Oh man, I don't know. I found my dad's Kodak 828 camera.
828. So it's like not a very nice camera, if I remember.
No, it was kind of the size of 35 millimeter, but it had different holes in it. And so
really?
The film was hard to get. By the time I discovered it,
It wasn't like in a cartridge or something.
It was a roll.
It was
you
a
had
roll?
to roll it the old-fashioned way.
Interesting.
And so I found that and started messing with it, and then realized that.
So like rolled like a 120.
Yeah.
Okay, so like two different spools and one spool went to the other.
Rewind it.
Neat.
But the film was really hard to get. They weren't making it anymore. So I grew up in Provo. So I would go to all these stores around here. To, what were they? They were, we got stuff at drugstores in those days. This is where you bought your film most of the time.
Yeah.
And so I would look through they had baskets of film that was outdated. And so I had to find outdated 828 film. And so I shot a few rolls through
Did you go to Allen's Camera?
I went to Allen's Camera, yeah.
Yeah, coincidentally, we're in the old Allen's Camera location.
It's
It was like,
super cool.
like it was here since 1945, and Red Finch Lab took over that location. So a lot of photo history here. Yeah.
There is. And the cool thing about Allen's is when I couldn't find film for that camera anymore, I talked my dad into helping me get a 35 millimeter camera. And so I went to Allen's and bought a used, it was called a Exacta, I think. So some Russian camera. And it actually shot the other way. So like I cocked with my left hand instead of my right. So I would look through my left eye instead of my right. And I still look through my left eye because that camera was like backwards for some reason.
That's amazing.
Anyway,
like you're finding all these really oddball cameras. It's like, why couldn't you have happened upon a Nikon F?
I don't know.
I mean, that would have been
I don't
a
know
shortcut.
how I ended up with this Russian camera, but But I didn't know how to work it. It didn't, film in those days had a little box that told you where to set stuff if it was sunny or cloudy. But I went and talked to this guy at Allen's, and somehow this guy was able to do in like an hour or something, teach me how f-stops worked. How shutter speeds worked. And he got this little pad of paper and showed me how it all worked the day I bought that camera. And I never forgot it. And I don't know how I memorized that when I was an eighth grader.
Yeah.
Because I taught several photography classes for Weber State University.
Oh, neat.
For, just those.
Like as a part-time adjunct teacher. That's cool.
Yeah, but it's not for college credit, but for, the
community college.
Community college.
Oh, that's fun. That's the best because they're super excited about the medium, right?
But I try to teach people how to, use their cameras without automatic, and it's so hard to do. I can't teach it. I mean, I learned it somehow in an hour, but I can't teach anyone.
No,
it is so hard to teach.
It is hard. I mean, when I was teaching,
because you don't need to know them anymore, really.
You don't, and it's like an invisible thing about cameras. But yeah, no, I teach it, and I remember like the first day, like when I taught at BYU and stuff, I'd teach it, and I just like never wanted to talk about it ever again. But it's really the key part. I mean, that's our f-stop, depth of field. That's one of the key creative controls we have. So they need to understand.
It's a very key part, and if you can't learn that, then you'll never do great photos. You can do good photos on automatic, but all the great shots happen when the light's kind of dramatic and different. And you can't trust the automatic settings when you need the fast shutter speed or the low f-stop or whatever. So it's really frustrating not being able to remember how this guy taught me that when I was like, at 13 or 14 years old. And I got it. I don't know how I got it. Because I wasn't I wasn't.
Yeah, well, that's a complicated camera to learn on.
Yeah, and I wasn't really that, technically minded, and, I wasn't good at physics or mathematics or any of that stuff. But somehow it worked. But no, it's great. And it isn't it is important, but it's not the most fun part of photography, definitely. I like
it's not. The art side you can enjoy infinitely. In fact, I noticed that. Like to me, you want to get past the technical and just start. And honestly, you'd be surprised. Like really big photographers, they don't know anything.
Yeah.
Like Dorothea Lange, Ansel Adams complained that he wasn't even sure if she was aware of f-stops.
Oh, how funny!
Like he's thought like she could kind of gauge what she needed to do it, but she didn't like have creative control over the f-stop and stuff. So what did he say? And it's funny because Ansel Adams is a super positive guy. I read this when I did my project on 3 Mormon towns in southern Utah, that like he said, I don't expect people to have the technical proficiency I do, but Dorothea Lange knows nothing. And Dorothea Lange is one of the greatest photographers of all time. Yeah. So anyway,